Hi everyone, Emma here and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi, I'm Emma and I'm really glad to have you here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different to usual. Quite a few of you are asking on my Instagram post for my February cover page, which is this one right here, if I would do a tutorial on how I paint my moons and how I made this cover page. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I paint the moons and how I add the gold leaf to them. So let's get cracking. So first of all, we're using watercolour paper, and the paper that I use is Archer's, and it's 300 grams or 140 pounds, and this is an A4 size, so it's 9 by 12 inch. You could use any watercolour paper as long as it's cold pressed, which means it's got the rough surface, but this is my preferred paper, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be painting moons and then cutting them out, and I stick them in my journal, and that's the way that I do it. So it's really important that you use the cold pressed paper and not hot pressed. Hot pressed is too smooth and this technique doesn't work very well on it. So going into my pad, so you can use a compass or you can use a circular stencil like the one I've got, whichever you prefer. I've got two circular stencils here and that's what I'm going to be using today. So I'm using just a HB pencil. You want to keep your pencil marks really light because we don't want them to show up on your paper afterwards. And watercolour paper, once the paint's on, the pencil is quite hard to remove. So keep that pressure nice and light. We only want an outline. So I'm going to place my stencil down and I'm going to be using this sort of size for my biggest moons. I'm going to be doing a range of different sizes so that I can use them in my journal throughout the month. But we'll start off with this one. So I don't even know if you can see that mark, if the camera's going to pick it up. But that's how light you want your pencil marks to be. So I'll just carry on and draw some more moons. And like I said, I'm going to do a variety of sizes. So I'm going to fill my page and then I'll show you how I paint them. Okay, so I've got all of my circles drawn out in various sizes, and now we're going to start painting. So obviously I need a jar of water and some kitchen towel. I need a brush, so I'm going to be using a silver black velvet brush in a size 8, that's a round, and we're going to need some paint, some watercolours. So I'm going to be using just two colours, and they're both Daniel Smith colours, and they are Moon Glow and Sugilite, and they're these two here. You can use any colours you want, but those are my preferred colours for painting moons. So let's bring you in closer. And hope that my camera is going to focus. Yeah. Okay. So to start off with, we are just going to be painting plain water onto the page. So you need to keep your water clean for this, so it's best to have two jars of water, one for clean, one for dirty. So putting my brush in and I'm wiping off the excess on the side of the jar, and now I'm painting just water inside the circle. So I'm going up to the edges and just getting the page nice and wet. Now the idea is that when you apply the watercolour, it will only run where the page is wet, so that line of your circle will stay nice and neat. So I do take time with this and I take care over it so that my edges stay nice and neat. Now you don't want your paper saturated, you don't want to have water dripping all over the page, but neither do you want it too dry. So I'll show you in a second the appearance that you're going for. So when your page is ready, it will look like this with a nice sheen. There's no dripping, there's no dry patches anywhere. It's just at the perfect place, I guess. Now, because I've got lights on, I need to work quite quickly. Otherwise, I would do two planets at a time, but my lights are on and they're going to be drying my paper out rather quickly. So I'm dipping into my Moon Glow first, and I'm just tapping it around the edge and watching it spread, and just adding little bits of it wherever I feel I want it. So of course it's getting lighter over here now because there's less pigment left on my brush. So I'm going to add some more Moon Glow, so that I'm not wetting my brush first either, so that this is darker, so that there's more pigment on the brush. So I'm sort of giving it some shadow over this side, if you like. With moons and planets, you have darker spots and you have lighter spots. And with that point of my brush, I'm just finessing up to the edge. A little bit more pigment, and add some darker areas over here. And now I'm going to rinse that off, dry my brush off slightly on a paper towel, and now I'm going to go into the Sugilite, which is a really magical colour, and I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, unfortunately, but this is, oh, it just leaves this beautiful sparkle and shine on your paper. It's wonderful. It's a really lovely colour. Now you can see that my paint isn't spreading as much now, and that's because my paper's getting very dry. When your paper is getting dry, that is the time to stop. So we are going to call that planet done. I really don't think it's going to pick up the shimmer, but there we go. So I'll just do one more so you can see that again. And this time we'll go for adding the lighter colour first, and then adding the Moon Glow after. So again, painting the water inside the circle. So making sure we've got that lovely sheen, yep. And then I'm going to go into the Sugilite first, as I said, and we'll do the Moon Glow second this time. So let's add some of that. I'm going to make this moon slightly spottier. And no two moons or planets are ever going to look the same, and you can make some beautiful variations using loads of different colours. So just have a play, experiment and see what you like. So there's that. So cleaning my brush and adding some moon glow. I want it a bit darker than that, so let's get some more on there. Going to clean up that edge slightly, like that, and I'm going to call this one done as well. So we'll wait for these to dry and then I will show you how to add the gold leaf. Okay, so this is dry now, and I went ahead and painted a few more while I was waiting for it to dry, just so I could hope that I could show you the shimmeriness of that paint, and I really don't know if this is going to pick it up or not, and if not, I'm sorry. It is so beautiful. But anyway, so that's that. So let's move on to applying the gold leaf. Now there are various different gold leaf sizes, which is glue for gold leaf. This is one of the ones that I have, and this is by PBO. And basically it's a water-based glue for gold leaf. You paint it on in the areas that you want it to be on, you leave it for 15 minutes till it goes tacky, and then you apply your gold leaf. However, I don't particularly like sizes on cold pressed watercolour paper. For some reason it doesn't seem to really get the gold leaf to stick to it. The best thing that I have found to adhere gold leaf to cold pressed is a Sakura Quickie glue pen. This is fabulous, really, really nifty, and this applies gold leaf really, really well. It also applies what's it called, DecoArt. Let me see if I've got some to hand. DecoArt foil as well, which is really good. You could use this instead. It applies this fabulously too. So we're going to be using the Quickie glue pen, and this is some of the gold leaf. So it comes in these little packets, which I'll get out and show you. Now there's many different types of gold leaf as well. So you've got imitation gold leaf, which doesn't contain any actual gold. And that's the cheaper gold leaf, and you can also get up to sort of like 24 karat gold leaf, which gets very, very costly. If you were going to use it for, you know, like serious art pieces, then yes, that's fine, or for real gilding, but for the purpose of this I use the imitation gold leaf. So it comes in these little packets. You have to be extremely careful when you open them, and try not to breathe. Don't have any fans on or anything radiating any wind, see, and it immediately comes off. This is so thin that if you do have any fans on or anything, and of course it's stuck to my glue pen, if you do have any fans on or anything, it would just blow away. So let me just get that little bit off. Okay, so that's your gold leaf. So we'll put that aside for now and just move him out the way. Okay, so with the Quickie glue pen, what I'm going to do, let's zoom you in a little bit more again. I'm going to apply it just in areas that I want the gold to stick to. This comes out blue when you apply it and then it goes clear afterwards. I like to leave it a good 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes even, once I've applied the pen until I apply the gold leaf. It's really tacky then and it's at a great position. I've tried applying it straight on top when it's just turned from blue to clear. It doesn't work. You need to wait and let it go tacky. So when considering areas that I want my gold leaf to be in, I have my shadow over here and slightly over here, so I want my gold leaf to be in lighter areas on this planet. Well, on all planets I want it to be in lighter areas, but so it's sort of around this middly section here. And I'd apply the gold leaf before I've cut these out, before I stick them in my journal, because if you apply the gold leaf when it's on your journal, it can be messy and it can stick everywhere, and I've had that happen, so I do it first now before I cut them out. So I'm just going to apply little sort of spots and wiggles of this, and can you see it's blue? So we're just going to apply that in a really random way. Honestly, it's just like sort of scribbling. So just a few more little dots. So yeah, that is that one. And then on this one, I've got my darkest area here and here. So I'm going to come around here because I'm not overly keen on this area here. So we'll add some patches into there. But you can see just how random each planet, moon turns out. They're all so different, even just with two colours. And we've even got some hints of pink in from that moon glow from the undertone, and it looks so pretty. And so let's just add these. Like that. And I'm going to do one last one, and then I can show you as well how the DecoFoil applies in case you want DecoFoil instead of the gold leaf. So again, we're going to go over this side and just add squiggly dots and bits here and there. And you can add as much or as little as you want. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm going to put my timer on now for 20 minutes and then we'll apply. Okay, so timer is done, so let's start applying. Now, all we've got to do is pick up our gold leaf and apply it on the areas that were sticky. Pat it down with a soft brush so it's in place. And let's get the other little piece in case there's any more. Go over. Like that. And we'll do the next one as well. and you can see the areas in which it wants to stick. So what I do is I have this little tub, I'll show you, let's just open him up. I have a little tub where I brush away all the excess into, so that you can keep it and reuse it, because you don't really want to waste it. So let's start brushing. So just gently take your brush and start brushing away. And then I just tap it off onto there. Sorry about the movement, it's hard to hold it. I'm going to put that piece at the bottom there because I have a feeling that there was some more just there that we haven't... oh no, there wasn't. Right. I'm going to brush it all down into that pot. And now you can see our lovely gold leaf accents. So let's do the next one. Turn it round again. Now I've got to try and be careful not to get it over that other planet that I wanted to show you the DecoFoil with. I'm desperately trying to brush it away from there, get it all off into my tub. So those little pieces, you can just pick them up and reuse them for other projects. Like that. And that is, it's such a beautiful effect. Right, let's just tap my page off. There we go. So see what I mean about it being messy? You have to really give that a good clean. But look at that, it's so, so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this at the moment. So, tap my brush off. Now for the DecoFoil, you can see I've already used some of this. So I'm going to press this on over the planet, give it a good rub. Really push it down with my fingers, and you will see again areas where it's sticking. So really push it in, make sure it all gets into that glue, and simply lift it off. So it is an easier application than the gold leaf, not as messy obviously, and it also has just as nice a shine. So there we go. Let's zoom you back out again. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So now all these planets will be cut out and they will be used somewhere in my journal over the next month, and I'm sure I will do a video and show you how I'm going to utilize those. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, then please leave them down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because that lets me know that you like my videos and you want me to continue making them. And please hit that little bell button because that will notify you every time I upload. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.